What up, party people? Today we are going to be doing a review on this Tonor microphone, which isn't actually plugged in. I don't know why I was doing that. Basically, this is a £60 microphone kit, and I'm going to be also comparing it to this one, which is my Rode NT1A. This whole kit in total costs £220. For those of you who don't know me yet, I'm Sai. I'm a DJ and a videographer, so expect audio-visual stuff on this channel. If that sounds like something you're into, don't forget to hit that sub button. You can also find all the relevant links to everything in the description below. So, full disclosure, I actually got sent this by Tonor, so this is technically a sponsored video. If you're interested in this mic, you can also stick around to the end because Tonor gave me some cheeky discount codes to give away. This is not a very scientific test. It's literally just me talking into the microphones with them about 6 inches away and reading some Wordsworth. I was going to do some Biggie Smalls, but then I thought, you know, the swearing and stuff might not go down too well with the algorithm. Both mics are basically going to be going into my Audient Evo 4. Just so you know, I balanced the levels, made them the same, even though one is louder than the other one. As you're listening, kind of decide which one you think is the better one, and you can let me know in the comments before and check it out afterwards. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 I saw at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. So yeah, which one did you prefer? Basically, my findings are this. The Tonor records at maybe 10 dB quieter than the NT1A, and also it has a lot less low end than the NT1A. They're the major differences. So, pros. It's got to be the cost, number one thing on this. £60, you can't argue with that whichever way you look at it. It's nicely packaged. Comes with a fairly decent stand, and it's got one of these like cradle things to stop the vibrations. There's also a pop filter included, which is dope, and it's basically got everything you need: cables, cable ties, and yeah, it's pretty nicely packaged. The sound for me is good enough for like a podcast and things like that. As I say, it's not quite a full or as rich a sound as this NT1A. The other day when I was podcasting with it, I didn't really think it sounded that much worse than the other one, especially once you brought out some of the low end, which I normally have to do with this micro anyway, because I've got quite a boomy voice. So yeah, once you've treated it, I'm sure you can get it to the same level as this one. There are a few cons with this microphone. One con I noticed is when I plugged it into the interface, the connection was a little bit tight, and yeah, it didn't feel quite as smooth as the Rode one. And the stand is obviously not quite as good as the Rode mic because it's got springs in it and stuff, so you get more vibrations and it doesn't extend as far. But you know, that whole kit actually costs less than this Rode stand in itself, which is £70. So you know, it is what it is. Another con is that it needs an interface, so don't go buying this if you are expecting a USB mic. I think they do have a USB version, but just to let you know, this one is actually a XLR connection. I mean, is that a con? I'm not sure. As mentioned before, it records 10 decibels quieter than the Rode, which again doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. It just means that you've got to bring those levels up, and I guess by doing that you might bring up some more of the noise floor. Also, it has less low end. So yeah, is that necessarily a bad thing? Maybe, maybe not. I suppose it's nice to have the option to cut it out with an EQ rather than try to boost it back up to sound decent. It's always better to cut than to boost. So yeah, in that respect, I guess it is a bit of a con. So if you're interested in picking one of these up, I'll pop some codes onto the screen now and you can put those in and buy one. I think overall it's a really good deal. £60 for the whole kit is really good. If you actually feel the microphone, it feels really solid. It sounds pretty decent. It's a really good starter microphone essentially, if you're, especially for something like podcasting where you just want to get some things recorded, but you're not necessarily sure whether you need to be spending £200, £300 on a slightly better microphone. Hope that helps you. If you want to see more reviews on stuff, click up here and I'll put another random playlist here. Bye.